Hey guys. My name is Desiree Harris. I am a biology major with a psych minor, with the hopes of being a physical therapist. So, I've been through one of the hardest majors on campus, and I've seen a lot and done a lot. So, I wrote down a few things to help you guys out in your first year. I wish someone would have done that with me, but so here I am for you guys. None of these are in order of importance, but there's just some things I was jotting down. So, first thing I have here is don't buy your books on campus. Buy them on either Amazon or Chegg. They're probably a whole lot cheaper. You might not be able to buy your books on campus. I mean, on Amazon or Chegg, and only on campus. So, unfortunately, you have to do that. But if you can go on Amazon or Chegg, that is probably your best bet. Chegg is also very helpful during the school year because it has tutors and you can post questions and get answers if you're stuck on something or anything like that. It is 15 bucks. Sorry, we don't cover it, but yeah, they're super helpful. So I want to tell people that because the bookstore is so expensive, and yeah, so I've never price matched or whatever. So if you try that, maybe they'll do it, but I've never done it. I've always just done Amazon or Chegg. So my next thing is college is what you make it. So if you are an extrovert and you like going out and meeting with people and not being home and doing what you want, then um, college is going to be a lot of fun for you. You're going to have a great time and you're going to meet a lot of people. But if you're the type of person who likes to stay home, who's a homebody, um, then you're probably going to hate college. And it might be time for you to, you know, try something new and get out and meet other homebodies or something like that. And just go have fun and be adventurous and do some things that you never thought you would have done before. My next thing is don't go home every weekend. Get involved and go out. Even though Wichita may seem like a super boring area and is maybe not as popular as some of the major areas like Fort Worth or Dallas or Houston, but there is always something going on. You just need to ask around and um, just just go out and see. And I would say, like, always have a buddy or tell somebody where you're going. But if you're the type of person who doesn't mind going with people or whatever, um, that's a great thing to do and have and to just do, and especially downtown. Like, I know it seems like it's nothing there, but there's a lot of things that happen down there that a lot of people don't know about. So, kind of become what they call them, a native of Wichita Falls, and ask around and ask people who have been here forever what is there to do. So, um, I would also say like looking into different routes of what you want to be. I did not know because I want to be a physical therapist. I didn't know that there was other routes other than biology that I would have taken that I probably would have been a little better, more better in, more successful in, other than biology. If I could go back, I probably would have done exercise phys, because biology is so hard. It's so interesting, but it's so difficult. So that would have been my next thing. Do some research. Do research on whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking about doing. Um, Whether that's a class or a professor or a job or a club or a fraternity or sorority, like do some research and see what people are saying and they what their thoughts are, and then make up some thoughts of your own. My next thing going off of that is if you change your major, try to stay in the same area, same field. If you're gonna change something in the health field, stay in the health field because you don't want to be put back so much. Like, I know a bunch of people who changed their major from one thing to another and was set back like from their junior year to like a freshman. So that's not fun. It's expensive and it's a lot of more schooling, and it's an easier way to get burnt out and become a super senior, as they call them. So yeah, last year one of the things that we went to, they were like, what are the best amount of hours to take? And someone said 18, and that's insane. Like, I wouldn't recommend 18 hours, no matter what you are, freshman, junior, senior. That's insane. So I would try to stay in a 12 to 15 hour range, stay in the lower side because I would try to stay in the lower side your freshman year, especially your first semester, because you're still trying to figure out how all this works. And um, it's yeah, it's a lot to go from high school to go to college, and the grading is different. You might in high school you have to have a certain amount of tests and a certain amount of assignments, but in college it literally could be three tests and that's it. So that was the hardest thing for me because I was like, I can make it up, like high school was so easy for me, college would be fine, I can make it up, I can make it up. But um, I learned real quick that that was not the case. So um, if you feel like MSU doesn't have something that another college has or whatever, make it. Like no one, we're not putting you in a box and saying that you can't do something. It might be a little different now because of COVID. Everything's a little different now because of COVID, but um, we're pretty open and especially like what students what we want. Like you can do whatever, just do it. And I promise you, there's going to be somebody who had the same idea because great minds think alike, and they are they just need someone to take that leadership and actually do it. I started a cinema club here. Well, I restarted a cinema club here my first year, and I was the president for 3 years. So it's it's what you make it. It's a lot of work, but things like that help me as a leader and help me on how to handle life and everything. Like it's helped so much that I can't even explain. Yeah. So like I said, always do your research on whatever you're doing, whatever class, like what class to take, ask around. Your best thing to do is to meet an upperclassman, because we've been there, we've done that, we know what to do, we've done all the things, and we're here to help you because we don't want anyone to suffer. And we, yeah, we enjoy it. We want to help someone, and we want to help you so you can help someone else when it's their turn in X, Y, and Z. So some things that we use, I always ask around. I have a huge biology group chat that we talk in and we help each other out because we're all in different areas. Rate my professor is really good. Um, yes, like I said, something's always going on. You just have to look for it. Cork app is really great. It's new. It's only like the second year we've had it. It has everything on it. If people keep up to date, things are gonna be a little different because of the virus, which sucks. But that's where you're gonna look first before you look anywhere else. So yeah. In classes, always sit in the T zone, which is going to be the front of the class and down the middle of the aisle because that is where the teacher is going to look the most. So if you have a question or if you just want them to know that you're in their class, you don't really have to say anything. You just want them to know that you've been showing up. And sometimes that makes a big difference in at the end of the year when it's time for grading. You're like, dang, I have a 69. I need that 70. What can I do? Just email and be like, look, I really tried, and I've always sat in the front and I paid attention. And sometimes they'll be like, okay, you're a good student. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. I'm running out of time. Another thing is meet your professor after class. Sometimes there's a lot of kids in your classrooms, especially your freshman classes. There are going to be a lot of kids in those basic classes. So go if you have time, go up to them and shake their hand and tell them I'm so excited to be in your class, even if it's not true. Just make them happy. Everybody likes to be prideful and be excited. So, yeah. And if you can't do it after class, just go to their office hours anytime. Most of the time, professors are A1 in office hours, but they suck at lecture time because they're so boring or whatever. But that's a good way to meet your professors, and they'll probably come and help you out and write your recommendation letter or whatever you need. Okay, running out of time. Okay, my last thing I want to say is to find your balance. My balance is I like crafting, I like being creative. I like to be able to get my mind going, but not really like being burnt out with studying and everything. So I like to do crafts. So me and my roommate are crafting our living room right now. It's a mess and there's flowers everywhere, but we love to craft. That's our escape. Find a balance and everything. Find a balance between school, work, family. Find a balance between school, work, and social life. Try to find a balance, and it's called a balance for a reason. My freshman year, I definitely tipped that social balance a little more than I did my school balance, and my grades definitely reflected. Okay, speed round, 10 seconds to go. How to stay on top of your coursework. Study. I study at the library. I try to get a study abroad because I'm a